Hello, my name is Chloe. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm bringing to you my August book haul. So I went a little bit crazy in August and bought quite a few books for myself. A lot of these I ordered at the end of July, start of August when I was still at college, and I needed a pick me up. So I did a giant online order of secondhand books. And yeah, I got a few. I also had some amazing gifts from you lovely people. So yeah, it's been a great month for hauling books. I have now organised my shelves and my reorganisation video is up on my channel. So where these books are going to go, I have literally no idea, but I'm going to have to figure it out. So we will start off with the big order I did online of secondhand books, starting with Valley Girls by Sarah Nicole Lemon. I need to see whether I can take off this plastic wrap. I haven't actually tried yet. This looks like it was an ex-library book. But Sarah Nicole Lemon is the author of Done Dirt Cheap, which is one of my favourite books of all time. And I actually have no idea what this is about, apart from it is the same author. This says, when 17-year-old Rilla is busted for partying 24 hours after arriving in Yosemite, I never say it, Yosemite National Park, to live with her park ranger sister, it's a come-to-Jesus moment. Determined to atone for her screw-up and create a stable new home for herself, Rilla charms her way into a tight-knit group of climbers. Rilla can't quite help but be seduced by experiences she couldn't have imagined back home. She sets her sights on climbing El Captain, one of the most challenging routes in the national park, and her summer becomes one harrowing and ecstatic experience after another. First climb, first fall 2,000 feet in the air, first love. Okay, well I want to read this now, like right now. I can't, but I want to. Next up, we have a giant book that I'm actually really hoping I don't love, because I'm going to need to buy another copy of this because it's too big for me to keep. And that is Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy by loads of different authors. Cassandra Clare, Sarah Rees Brennan, Maureen Johnson and Robin Wasserman. So this is coming up in the By the Angel Along read along. I have never read this one, so yeah, I needed to get a copy. This was £3 something, but it's genuinely huge. Genuinely huge. Like, let's pick up this normal sized paperback. Like, it's massive. Yeah, so where this is gonna go I really don't know, because it's just too big, but I will need to read this, and hopefully I can buy a smaller copy if I'd like to keep it. Next up, we have a book that I've really wanted to read since I knew it was a thing, but I've never made an effort to actually buy it. We now have The Chemist by Stephanie Meyer. All I know is this is an adult book by the author of Twilight. In this gripping page-turner, an ex-agent on the run from her former employers must take one more case to clear her name and save her life. I'm not going to look into it more than that. I know it's going to be a while till I read this. It's quite chunky, actually, and I just don't even really know what to think. So I'm going to go in with an open mind, probably in 9 to 12 months' time, if that. But yeah, I finally purchased this. Next up, one that you guys have been telling me I need to read since I put it in my vlog, and that is Words on Bathroom Walls by Julia Walton. This is a YA contemporary book focusing on mental health. It's about Adam, who's a pretty regular teen, just navigating high school life while living with paranoid schizophrenia. So I'm not going to look into it more than that because I read it all out in the vlog. This is quite a short little book, and I may have plans for where I can fit this into my TBR. So yeah, very excited to have this one. I then have book number 3 in the light novels for Sword Art Online. So this is Fairy Dance. Sword Art Online is the only anime that I have watched the entirety of and enjoyed it. It's something that me and Cole liked to do together, was watch Sword Art Online. So I've read the first light novel, I have number 2, and now I have number 3. They're quite short. It's kind of just what happens in the show, but yeah, I just really like owning these, so I got number 3. We're still going on that order. The next one is Thicker Than Water by Bridget Kemmerer. I'm sad that I've only just bought this, and I'm kind of sad it's a beat up old library copy, because I met Bridget Kemmerer at Yauk and she was an amazing person, so I would have loved to have a nice copy of this to get signed. But this is an adult contemporary romance that she wrote. It's about Thomas Bellwether, who hasn't been in town long, just long enough for his newly wed mother to be murdered, and for his new stepdad's cop colleagues to decide Thomas is the primary suspect. Yeah, it's quite short actually. It is a bit yellowed and old and gross, but I have high hopes because I've loved pretty much everything Bridget has written. Next up, this is the last one from this particular order. We have The Other Side of Lost by Jessie Kirby. I've heard great things about this from Becca, the Becca Faust. Wow, second shout out for Becca in this video. This says, Mary Turner's life is perfect, at least to her thousands of social media followers. They don't realise that each carefully constructed photo is a distraction from the fact that she has no friends and no direction in life. After a lonely birthday, Mary does something she hasn't for a very long time. She looks into the lens of the camera and she tells the truth. It's after that a box full of hiking gear arrives on Mary's doorstep, and then I think she goes hiking. I'm not going to read the whole thing, that was a very long description, but I seem to love books about camping. Starry Eyes by Jen Bennett, Wildfire by Carrie Mack, so this had to happen really. Another one I bought online secondhand, but not part of this order, but it kind of is linked, is Love Lessons by Jacqueline Wilson. So this is a book that I forgot it existed, and I will say I saw it on TikTok that someone was mentioning the Jacqueline Wilson books that damaged them most as a child, and this was on there, and it like sparked a memory. So this is about a girl who is previously homeschooled, and she goes into a normal school, and she turns to her young, cool, attractive art teacher Rax for advice and comfort. Yeah, it's really damaging actually, and I can't wait to be re-damaged. Then a book I kind of forgot was in here. It was in this big stack, and which is probably bad of me, but I am really excited to read it, is The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. So I was sent this by Harper 360 YA, so thank you again for sending me another arc. This one comes out in September, and it's giving me Carrie vibes. It says, uneasy lies the head that wears the tiara. Tiffany D. Jackson returns to the horror genre with a chilling and suspenseful novel following a biracial teen attending her Georgia high school's first integrated prom after passing for white most of her life. It really does look like Carrie. You know, there's a prom outfit and what looks like blood, so I'm here for it. Before I get started on the gifts, I do have a couple more books that I bought myself this month. The first one was £1, and that is Girls in Love by Jacqueline Wilson. So I have been collecting the Girls series in these editions. I just realised I haven't taken the stickers off, but as you can see, this one was down to £1 in the works, and this is book 1 of the series. Last month I got Girls Under Pressure, which is book number 2, and I found this one for £1 this month. So after hearing Jacqueline's talk at Yauk, she did mention that she would love to go back and look at these characters and how they're doing, so I needed to refresh. And also on that note, in a charity shop I found Girls Out Late, which is book number 3 of this series in the matching edition. This one is just less shiny, which is fine, it doesn't match exactly, but it's basically the same. Yeah, this one's just more matte and this one's more shiny. So now I have books 1, 2 and 3 in this series, and I'm looking for number 4 to match them. Also in that charity shop I got A Man Called Ove, or Ove, by Frederick Buckman. I've heard great things about this. Apparently it's a very moving story about a grumpy old man, and I am here for it. I don't know much more about it. It's one of Rachel's favourites, which kind of makes me scared, but it's a lot of other people's favourites as well. So definitely need to get to this one at some point. It's going to be outside my comfort zone a little, but I've just heard amazing things. Next up, from the same charity shop, I saw this one and wasn't 100% sure, but grabbed it, and that is The Mars Room by Rachel Kushner. So I have heard about this one, and it was kind of in my, what's the word? I was kind of on the lookout, but it wasn't a priority. But this was nominated, or shortlisted, sorry, for the Man Booker Prize in 2018. So that's probably where I saw it going around. But this is about Romy, who is at the start of 2 consecutive life sentences at Stanville Women's Correctional Facility. Thousands of women hustling for the bare essentials needed to survive, the bluffing and pageantry and casual acts of violence by guards and prisoners alike, and the deadpan absurdities of institutional living. Lots of words. It's probably written a bit too highbrow for me, but it's a prison story, so I'm here for it. And the final book I bought myself this month was again from the charity shop, and it was The 10,000 Doors of January by Alex E. Harrow. So I believe this is one of Ali from Hardback Hoarder's favourite books. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. And I basically bought it because it's gorgeous. So it's been on my radar, that's the word I meant earlier. It's been on my radar, but it just hasn't been a priority. But when I saw this gorgeous, perfect condition hardback going for £2.50, I grabbed it. So I believe this is just a fantasy, a book that carries the scent of other worlds and tells a tale of secret doors of love, adventure and danger. Each page reveals more impossible truths about the world, and January discovers a story increasingly entwined with her own. Lots of lyrical words, but it's gorgeous. And here we are onto the gift section of this video, so this is where I get to gush about you guys so much. The first gift I have here is All's Well by Mona Awad, which was a gift from the lovely Emily. I'm sorry Emily, I have to say it was from Emily Wilson. I have to always refer to you as Emily Wilson for some reason. But yeah, this is about Miranda Fitch, who is a teacher. She's on the verge of losing her job as a college theatre director. Determined to put on Shakespeare's All's Well That Ends Well, the play that promised and cost her everything, she faces a mutinous cast hell-bent on staging Macbeth instead. Miranda sees her chance at redemption slip through her fingers. I have still not read Bunny, which is by Mona Awad, and I have heard some people hate this in comparison, some people hate this overall, some people think this is better than Bunny, some people just love this. Like, I know Leah loves this book, and I just wanted to give it a go, and it doesn't hurt that it's really pretty. So thank you again, Emily, for providing me with this one. Next up, we have Make Up Breakup by Lily Manon, which was gifted to me by Kirsty, so thank you again, Kirsty. This book is about Anika, who believes in love, second chances and fairy tale endings. Her app, Makeup, helps couples believe in these things too. Hudson Craft believes in fast cars, flashy startups and high efficiency breakups. His app, Breakup, helps people expedite their failing relationships. It's wildly successful and everything that Anika hates. Which wouldn't be a problem if they'd gone their separate ways after their summer fling in Las Vegas, never to see each other again. Except that Hudson's moving into the office next door to hers, and he's planning on also competing at the prestigious Epic Investment Pitch Contest, a contest Anika needs to win if she wants to keep Make-Up afloat. Haters to lovers, adult romance, we're here for it. Next up, I have 3 lovely gifts from Ali. She is amazing, thank you Ali. The first one she got me is A Lady of Rooksgrave Manor by Catherine Moon. This is an adult monster romance about a brothel with human women and monster men. There is a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde character. I don't really know what more I can say about this. There is a video coming your way soon where I read this book. So yeah, I really like this book. It's awful, but it's a good time. Next up, still from Ali, we have Deceived by the Gargoyles by Lillian Lark. This is a love bathhouse monster romance about a curvy librarian looking to start a family, a clan of gargoyles, and the deception that starts it all. From the very first moment I meet Elliot Bramblewick, I have hope, but he's tricky. I'm not expecting him to be hiding 2 other mates who are as alarmed and intrigued by my presence as I am by theirs. He thinks I'm a perfect fit for them, but can I open my heart and discard my list long enough to see if his family is the one I'm looking for? None of my lists and plans prepared me for being courted by 3 gargoyles. I'm obviously here for it. And the final one she got me, the one I am actually probably most excited about, is The Dragon's Bride by Katie Robert. This is about Briar Rose, who is sold to the highest bidder by her dad, I think, who is Sol, a dragon. So she is sold to a dragon. I don't feel like we need to say any more. This cover is alarmingly pretty, and Ali, you are an amazing human. Thank you for sending these books my way. Next up, actually by the same author but from a different person, I have a lovely gift from Becca. Third mention Becca, wow. She got me Learn My Lesson by Katie Robert, which is the second book in the Wicked Villains series. So this is the one that comes after Desperate Measures. And after I really enjoyed that one, she bought me this book. I still haven't read it, even though I tried to start reading it like genuinely 4 weeks ago. I got distracted and didn't read it. So this is definitely on my list. This is about Meg and Hades, and there's not really much more I can say about it. Just, if it's like the first book, it's pure smut and I'm here for it. And thank you again, Becca, for getting me this one. And then just to finish it off, I have 4 books from the lovely Laura. She sent me the most gorgeous care package and I am so grateful for her. The first one is The Last to Let Go by Emma Smith, and this is a book about Brooke Winters, whose dreams are shattered one hot summer afternoon when her mother is arrested for killing Brooke's abusive father. No one really knows what happened that day, whether it was premeditated or self-defense, whether it was right or wrong, and now Brooke and her siblings are on their own. In a year of firsts, the first year without parents, first loves and first heartbreaks, and her first taste of freedom, Brooke must confront the shadow of her family's violence and dysfunction as she struggles to embrace her identity, find her true place in the world, and learn how to let go. I mean, I am very excited by this. It sounds quite intense, and I feel like it's going to be a hard ride, but like really, really good. Next up, we have Something in Between by Melissa de la Cruz, and this is about Jasmine de los Santos, who wins a National Scholar Award, which compels her parents to reveal the truth. Their visas expired years ago. Her entire family is illegal. And I realise how long I've been talking, so I'm going to speed through these last 4 books. But this one is, it's giving me vibes of The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon, and I hope that's a good comparison. But yeah, very excited by this one. It seems like it could be a very, very sweet time. Sorry if the camera angle has changed. I was near the end of filming and Cole was going to bed, so I had to take a quick break. But the third book from Laura is Virtually Yours by Sylvanas Tash. Another like dating app romance kind of book. This is about New York NYU college freshman Mariam. Hasn't dated anyone in 5 months, not since her high school sweetheart Caleb broke up with her. So when she decides to take advantage of an expiring coupon and try out a new virtual reality dating service, it's sort of a big deal. It's an even bigger deal when it chooses as one of her 3 matches none other than Caleb himself. It sounds like such a sweet, fun time. It's gonna be like a second chance romance. We got 2 guys on the cover. I'm excited. And finally, a book that I was so excited to receive from Laura is The Female of the Species by Mindy McGuinness. I have loved the Mindy McGuinness I've read. It's just so weird and different. Like, This Darkness Mine is one of my favourite books of all time, and I can't even explain it to you. So this one is about Alex Kraft, who knows how to kill someone, and she doesn't feel bad about it. 3 years ago, when her older sister Anna was murdered and the killer walked free, Anna uncaged the language she knows best, the language of violence. While her own crime goes unpunished, Alex knows she can't be trusted among other people. Not with Jack, the star athlete, who wants to really know her but still feels guilty over the role he played the night Anna's body was discovered. And not with PK, the preacher's kid with a defiant streak who befriends Alex while they volunteer at an animal shelter. There's more on here. But I am extremely excited about this. I have loved the Mindy McGuinness I've read so far, and I'm sure this is going to be amazing too. But thank you again, Laura, for your amazing care package. You are such a sweetheart, and thank you again to everybody else who sent me a gift. On that note, though, there is nothing more to talk about. So how many books did I haul? I make that 26 books when I really, really didn't need any more this month. Oh wow. I needed the emotional support. That's my reasoning. So, thank you very much for watching this video. I really do hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.